the CHP there and lots of activity, but it does look like traffic is not having any problems getting by. If you're trying to get into the city across the Bay Bridge at the moment, absolutely no problems to report on westbound 80. Your next traffic updates at 11:48 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Patchy coastal and bay fog overnight with mostly clear skies inland. Tomorrow's highs 65 in San Francisco, 67 San Jose, 68 degrees in Oakland, 72 in Concord, 71 in Santa Rosa, 70 Livermore and Pleasanton, 71 degrees in San Rafael, 68 in Morgan Hill, Napa, and Redwood City. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on KCBS.
Here's the deal. I've had constipation with belly pain, discomfort, and bloating for years. I've tried a lot of laxatives and fiber supplements, but my symptoms keep coming back.
You could have a chronic condition called irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2 years old. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. There could be more to your story with IBS-C. Talk to a doctor today. Say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. Sponsored by Abbey and Ironwood Pharmaceuticals.
Side sleeping is better for you, and European Sleepworks can get you through any challenges it may create. They blend their meticulously chosen elements into a harmony of solutions. From their famous custom-fit oxygen pillows to their ingenious blend of mattress components, they somehow combine them into such a comfortable rest that it's music to the ears and bodies of side sleepers. Come try for yourself at European Sleepworks at Adeline and Ashby in Berkeley, or online at sleepworks.com.
San Francisco Opera is celebrating 100 years of producing thrilling opera in the Bay Area. Violetta Valerie, infamous Parisian courtesan and one of the greatest characters in opera, invites you to experience the world of La Traviata like never before. Part opera, part party. Join in on November 19th for a one-night-only immersive event, the Traviata Encounter. To learn more, just go to ffopera.com.
KCBS News Time, 11:41. Several West Coast bird species could be in trouble as the ongoing drought dries up marshlands and waterways. KCBS's Jeffrey Schaub reports that the birds are suffering because they're having to travel longer distances.
Well-known West Coast birder and author Harry Fuller says every year millions of birds head south for the winter.
Let's say you're a shorebird and you breed in Alaska and you're used to going to Central America. You've got a number of places that you and your ancestors have stopped along the way as you're flying. They'll do 200 to 300 miles maybe in a day, and then they've got to stop somewhere where they can eat, sometimes for 2 or 3 days, replenish their body weight and their energy, and then do another leg of the migration.
But the drought has dried up many of the estuaries and waterways the birds rely on.
I have talked to birders who've lived in eastern Oregon for a long time, where the drought is as severe as it is in much of California, and they're seeing now big flocks of birds that used to stop, eat in the fields, go into the marshes, just fly on past. There's no food. What's the point of stopping? So they're going to the next restaurant. And of course that increases the stress, which means more birds will starve, get injured, die, get lost. It's really bad news.
In the North Bay, Jeffrey Schaub, KCBS.
So if you filled out your mail-in ballot yet, the general election is just 2 weeks away, and KCBS's Matt Bigler reports the Oakland Zoo is on the ballot this year with a measure that would increase zoo access for low-income families.
Families are lining up early this week for Boo at the Oakland Zoo.
We love it. I've been coming here since I was a kid.
Katie Turner says the only downside is the price, at least $20 a person, plus parking.
It's hefty, especially if you have a big group coming with you.
Not to mention carnival rides. That's why the zoo is backing Measure Y, which would cut ticket prices for all Oakland residents by 25% and fund free passes for low-income families.
$2 to $3 million. If Measure Y passes, goes back into giving access to those who can't afford to come to the zoo.
Zoo CEO Nick DeHasia.
We already have some programs going We just need the investment to do significantly more.
Measure Y is a property tax estimated to raise the average parcel fees by $68 a year for Oakland residents. At the Oakland Zoo, Matt Bigler, KCBS.
Do you or a loved one experience pain, burning, numbness, or tingling in your hands, legs, or feet? Danville Neuropathy Center is one of the only clinics that offers a proven and exciting new treatment for chronic pain and neuropathy. Unlike other clinics, our technology is FDA cleared, is proven to repair and regrow damaged nerves, and because it's so successful, most insurances, including Medicare, cover the treatment. If you're worried about your balance and the side effects of neuropathy treating drugs, call 925-270-1460 to schedule an appointment, or go to DanvilleNeuropathyCenter.com for more information.
My heart was racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath just reading a book. I could have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait. They told their doctors and found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Okay, 3 more climbers, 7 loggers.
Ted's Sustainably Sourced Logging Company is growing a new branch,
What about truck driver contracts?
which means a new HR manager will be the first hire to fall.
Then we'll need to staff up the warehouse.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Coming up on KCBS.
I'm Chris Carlo. Since the start of the pandemic, heart attack death rates among younger people have spiked. I'll have more on what's going on.
At 11:45, here's the sports line tonight. Both the Sharks and the Warriors lost. Golden State losing its first game of the season, 134-105 to the Suns. And the Sharks have lost their 7th out of 9 games, 4-2 to the Vegas Golden Knights. With more on sports, let's check in with Victor.
It's another day without baseball since the championship series ended this past weekend for both the American and National Leagues. And it will be another few days without baseball until the World Series starts on Friday evening in Houston, Astros and Phillies for Game 1. So with no baseball on the schedule, the Texas Rangers held their press conference to introduce their new manager, Bruce Bochy.
First of all, I mean, it's an honor and a privilege to be putting this jersey on. And so a big thank you to Ray Davis and Chris Young for making this possible. You know, when you step back from the game for a little bit, that gratitude meter shoots way up when something special like this happens. So, again, I can't tell you guys how grateful I am.
So with 25 seasons as manager under his belt, over 2,000 career wins, has been manager of the year, and not to mention 3 times World Series champion. The million-dollar question is, why go back to managing?
The simple answer is I miss this game. There's so many things about the game I miss. In the dugout, the competition, being on the team, and but beside that, I said if I'm going to jump back in the fire, it had to be the right fit. After our many conversations that CY and I had, that was pretty evident. The passion, commitment that he has to building a winning culture here and bringing winning baseball back to the Ranger fans. So I was all in on that.
Audio courtesy of the Texas Rangers. From the sports desk, Victor Zaragoza, KCBS.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1979. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-777-1979. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-777-1979. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-777-1979. 800-777-1979.
It's 11:48 at KCBS. Carolyn's here with a look at traffic tonight.
And in the Vacaville area, both directions of Interstate 80 at Weber are back open. The lanes were temporarily stopped so that repairs could be made on some